You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk a little bit about that Bears and Seahawks game last night. Of all games that I actually brutally stayed up all the way through to the bitter end was a 6-3 contest between the Seahawks and the Bears. Of course, me trying to check out to see what Caleb Williams is looking like, and he's not looking great. And look, that offensive line for the Bears is not good, all right? And statistically, there's parts of Caleb Williams' statistics that make him look like a pretty competent quarterback. There's also times where he absolutely can get rid of the ball in a timing and rhythm fashion, and he just doesn't. And he holds on to the ball too much, and I think they said last night he's right up there starting to get in that David Carr, not Derek, David Carr territory for sacks for a rookie quarterback, and that's not good. We know it was that season that ruined David Carr's career. All right, now you guys know I was not a Caleb Williams guy coming out at all. I was not impressed by what he did against good defenses in college. Top 25 defenses basically owned Caleb Williams. All right, and his statistics were not good. Well, look, Bears fans are fed up. And we talk about this, ownership in the NFL. There's a lot of bad ones. McCaskey's, Woody Johnson, Jimmy Haslam, David Tepper, until they actually start winning games. Although Bryce Young, kind of flashing these days. Kind of flashing. The offensive line is not good. I don't like Ryan Poles. And this just goes to show you they could have pivoted off Eberflus and hired Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh wanted this job, by the way. In case you have not seen, the Chargers will most likely make the playoffs in the AFC in a direct turnaround. All right? And one could argue this Bears team's got more talent. We know one thing, the offensive line would be better under Harbaugh because he absolutely would not allow this crap to happen. It was such a painful game to watch. It really was. So, multiple videos have come out now, and I got to tell you, it's embarrassing for Bears ownership, Kevin Warren, Ryan Poles. I actually kind of like Thomas Brown, but I don't think he's ready. That's a guy, though, I will say this. That is a guy under different circumstances, maybe 4 or 5 years from now, maybe not even that long, maybe 2 years from now. A little more seasoning, different kind of franchise, different ownership. He's got some Mike Tomlin to him. He does. Of course, last night there was a fiasco around a timeout and a fourth down, and yeah, it didn't look good. It was chaotic. Sell the team was chanted a bunch last night. I mean, it was a bunch. Over and over and over again. Yikes. I mean, it was a bad situation. In fact, we'll just click on this and see if we can get a little reaction. This has started going viral, and they've got to figure out how to build this team around. Look, I don't know that Caleb Williams is going to be a bust, and he even seems like one of these guys. Could he be maybe a 14 to 22, 23 kind of quarterback? Yeah. Could it be a guy that if your defense is really damn good, your offensive line is really damn good, that you might mess around and probably make the playoffs with, a few times over his career? Maybe. I mean, he doesn't feel like Ryan Leaf, but at the same time, he does hang on to the ball way too long. He's doing way too much ad-libbing. At times, look, I've seen several times this season, he has made his offensive line look worse than it really is. Seriously. Caleb Williams is not a shoe-in for our generational quarterback. Yikes. Fire polls. Wow, that's crazy. You know George was there listening to that, the McCaskies, that's right. Wow, laughing my ass off like that will ever actually change. Oh, sure, there will be a honeymoon probably, but 4 years later, they will chant it again. Bears ownership is atrocious. Louder, Jacob Louder. Makes my heart warm hearing that. A lot of Bears fans are fed up. Look at these guys with the bags over their heads. Good God. I mean, you know it's bad with the bags over their heads. Bears can't catch a break. This person says my stomach hurts. Oh, God. Sounds like frustration is reaching a boiling point. It's crazy. They're calling for Elon Musk to buy the Bears and fix the horrible organization. He fixed Twitter. I mean, maybe he can fix the Bears. Seriously. Fans were chanting, "We want Justin." The last games in Soldier Field of 2023. What a difference a year makes. Yeah, that's the other thing is you've got a guy, and I understand he hasn't, the Mike Tomlin has set him down, but there was certainly an argument to keep playing Justin Fields. He was pretty solid this year for the Steelers, and he looked like he was on an upward trajectory the last 7 or 8 games of last year for the Bears. So you've got that lingering in the background. The fact that, hey, you have a quarterback that was there on the spot and a lot of available assets that could have been used to build around him. Does anybody remember? And let me just throw this out there. Remember what Jim Harbaugh did with Colin Kaepernick? Justin Fields, Jim Harbaugh. No, you didn't decide to do it. You didn't want to do it. Crazy thing is, Rex Grossman had the most success in Chicago over the last 30 years. That is frightening. That is absolutely frightening. I mean, wow. Wow. Oh, man, unbelievable. This is harder to watch than a porno from the 70s. Let's not knock old porn, okay? That's not right. They need to trade Caleb for a real quarterback like Derek Carr. Yikes. That's not a great look. That's not great when that's being said. McCaskies need to sell the team. Worst owner in the NFL, all of sports. Please leave Chicago. Please. Well, something to consider in all this, and I tell you what really puts a lot of pressure on the McCaskies, Woody Johnson, Jimmy Haslam, Robert Kraft, looking right at you, Bob Kraft, and your Gerard Mayo experiment. What puts a lot of pressure on them is the fact that arguably the worst franchise in the NFL, the Washington Redskins, and yeah, I said Redskins, the Washington Redskins sold the team. They had a train wreck owner, Dan Snyder, maybe the worst in the league. They sell the team to Josh Harris, and look at them now. Draft Jayden Daniels, get a good combination GM and coach in there, Dan Quinn, right? Adam Peters. I mean, everybody knew Adam Peters was going to be a good GM for years, and he kept telling some other teams no. But just that quick, the entire feeling around the Washington Redskins, and I think they're close to being the Redskins again, that entire franchise has a different feeling to it now. Just beat the Eagles, headed to the playoffs, got a big game in prime time tonight, not flexed out, or Sunday night. It's going to feel a lot different. Look, you drafted the number 1 overall pick. I said before the draft, you can go back and watch the videos, Jayden Daniels is a better quarterback. The Bears should take him. They didn't do it. And I don't know how any team couldn't have done it because there was so much damn media flavor around Caleb that it put a franchise in a bind. Any franchise would have been in a bind. And when there was all kinds of flashing red lights warning people about this quarterback. But in fairness to Caleb, this offensive line is trash, just like the New England Patriots. And until that gets fixed, you're going to have problems with any quarterback you drop in there. All right? That said, Caleb still leaves plays on the field. Make no mistake. Wow. Sell the team. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.